You imagine just having like fucking 6-pack on your dick though, man. It's so crazy, right? Your dick with a little 6-pack.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't be saying that.
Faraway Lucas and lovely audience at home, same question. What is a sport you'd love to try because it looks really fun?
Squash. I just want to hit a ball as hard as possible at that wall.
It's really tiring. Like, it burns like 400 calories an hour. It's ridiculous. Like, I've got a friend who's really good at squash, which means that I'm really getting a workout because he's not fucking moving. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about rowing. William Bill Beach is a veritable legend in the annals of Australian sport. And I think that he's up there with that like speed skater who won by doing nothing. Because he was a good speed skater. He was literally world class. He competed in the Olympics. But just, he's famous in Australia because like, hey, just right place, right time.
February 17, 2002. What exactly happened?
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. I can't believe it was 20 years ago now. And
if people don't know what we're talking about, because it might be hard to put a clip in of, because every time I try and put a clip in of this...
Me too.
The Olympics just, for some reason, don't want people to watch Olympic, like, success stories without them getting their cut. Like, whenever you put, like, a clip from the Olympics in a video, you get copyright struck, and the Olympics like, let's wet our beak.
Yeah, maybe I'm just being unfair to the guy because I'm so annoyed at that clip because I've tried multiple different ways to like sneak it into videos every time Olympics just come in like give us all your money.
Give us all your money. Not a little bit, all of it. Like, fuck you, Olympics. Anyway, right? So in regards to Bill Beach, he was wholly undefeated at the sport of rowing for 3 years, despite being challenged for his title every other week.
So is this like individual rowing?
Yes. Like on his own, so it's just him. So it's not like this wasn't like team rowing. This was just Bill Beach, his arms, and some water. And the fact that he won every event he took place in and maintained his championship for 3 years straight is unsurprising, given that he was rowing since basically he could walk.
Look, Sweet Pea, a boat for you. Look, a bigger boat.
Bill Beach was rowing since he was a teenager, and when he was a teenager, he rowed for alcohol, not money. I said he was Australian.
I was really hoping that the twist was going to be that he kept his championship for so long because he was just rowing against children.
It's like that great tweet, isn't it? Of like, I'm not a former gifted kid. Put me back in and I'll dominate those little shits again. And everyone always puts like the picture of Anakin Skywalker over it.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So Bill Beach was known for his powerful, stocky frame, honed from years of his actual real job as a blacksmith and then surviving against the endemic life of Australia. Because I bet that's a fucking workout.
How many baseballers are doing that?
I'm with you then, sure.
Crikey! Stand back, John. Have a go at the size of this beauty. I got him, mate. Stand. Don't. Ooh, isn't he gorgeous?
I know it's like a running gag that Australia is full of dangerous animals, but I should clarify that Bill Beach was competing in the 1800s. So Australia still had fucking like Wendigos and shit running around, I bet. There's like Australian Wendigos.
You say that like they're not there. They're just hiding now.
The drop bears and stuff like that, right? So Bill Beach was extraordinarily fast in the water. Like, he moved through that water like a silk dolphin. You would not believe like how quick bro slid through that water. And as mentioned, he was wholly undefeated for 3 years straight. Not against kids, but when he beat people, the gathered crowds who were there to watch him win would start celebrating before he got to the finish line because it was seen as such a foregone conclusion that he was going to win. And that's got to be demoralising as an opponent, right? The crowd is already celebrating your opponent's victory.
That's like the Usain Bolt of just half the time when he decided to just celebrate 2 seconds before he'd finished.
A better example is Kate Ledecky. She's the swimmer who frequently wins like swimming events where she's so far ahead her opponents aren't even on screen. And they have to zoom out during like a footage of her winning so you can see that she's actually in the pool with other people.
At least she doesn't taunt them while she's still swimming, though.
In a sense, she kind of is, though, right? Because she's so fucking fast. Like, there's some like swim competitions where she's climbed out of the water and is walking to the changing rooms before the people have even finished.
Yeah, that's talk about demoralising.
It's got to be, right? It's like just they're so much better than me. Why even bother? And exactly when Beecher's like rowing career started is not known, because he lived very long ago, so a lot of this stuff is subject to embellishment. And it's from that time where it's so long ago that it's no longer making shit up, it's legend.
Yeah, it's that weird full circle, isn't it? Of if it's in the current modern day, it could just be people currently just making shit up. Then if you go a little bit further back, it's like, oh no, we actually like fact checked it and we know what happened in history.
A little bit
and then
further than that.
You go so far back that it's just whatever happened.
Yeah, when you get far enough back on Wikipedia, it starts saying possibly apocryphal, but they still share the story as if it happened because it sounds cool. Whereas like a modern day person is like, hey, they made shit up, this isn't real. But
exactly,
if you go by the legend of like Beecher's origin story, he supposedly first started rowing when he dragged a bathtub out of his house, put it into a river, and sailed down it using a broom as an oar. Which I'm inclined to believe because he was Australian. That's not something they do, right?
Mr. Prime Minister! Andy!
Aye, mate. What's a good word?
I mean, I guess so, but surely that's a thing you can do once.
It sounds like something they do on Jackass.
It does. Yeah, it really does. But like, how are you getting your bathtub back? That's my question.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he dragged it back out of the water when he got there, right? But that does sound like something they do on Jackass. I liked early Jackass when they just randomly find closed streets and ride down them on like a little red wagon or something. Oh, urban kayaking. Yeah. Remember that one? Where you get a kayak and you'd use it to go around like water features in city centres. Or like down flights of stairs and stuff. And it looks super fun.
Oh, God.
You know, that's got more chance of making it to the Olympics than like breakdancing has again, right? Which, again, we can't put a clip in of. Because I think, speaking of Australia, the Olympic sportsman, that fucking Raygun, she was from Australia. We can't put a clip in of her absolutely legendarily shit performance because the Olympics will send us a copyright strike. But you know it.
Look, she did her job. She put breakdancing on
the map.
On the map for Australia. Just
what's your favourite part of a dance routine? Is it where she does like the little hop as a kangaroo? Or is it where she lies down and goes completely horizontal and starts flipping?
Yeah, no, the horizontal is my favourite part, yeah.
Did you see as well, there was like a comedian who looks almost exactly like her, who decided to copy her entire dance routine for a stage performance, and then the actual Raygun in real life sent that comedian a cease and desist.
How did you manage to get around all the sort of legalities? Because obviously you weren't able to use an image on the poster. You also weren't able to call it Raygun. Like, how much of the show did you have to change? Like, all of it?
Literally so little of it. Like, I have changed it because there's a new part of the story now, which is kind of what happened with the whole legal thing. So we've added a lawyer character and...
What's her name in the musical?
Sorry?
What's her name?
Oh, Spray Gun.
Could be about it.
Oh no!
Because her dance moves were copyrighted. It's like, yeah, well, I'm not claiming to be stealing those dance moves. I don't want to take credit for that shit.
It's just, I'm just taking
you get full credit for inventing this.
Oh, fucking hell!
But getting back to Bill Beach, according to legend, that's how he first started rowing, and it's reported that his very first win at rowing was to win a bet to win a drink. Again, this is why he's a national treasure in Australia. Dude, he embodies what it means to be Australian. Blind, piss drunk, 90% of the time, still whipping ass.
We say this
with the most love. I fucking love you, Australia. I don't know how many views we get from Australia, but like anyone from Australia knows that I'm not taking the piss because they know what banter is over there.
What kind of a sick country would kick someone with a giant boot? Mr. Sense and Shush. Disparaging the boot is a bootable offense. It's one of their proudest traditions.
Fucking love banter. They can give it, and I'm hoping they can take it. It's like the Jimmy Carr joke, isn't it? Of like, I think it was an Australian on a panel show that it was on. It's like, what's the national dish of Australia? And the guy's like, I don't know, like shrimps on a barbecue. And Jimmy Carr just goes, well, surely the national dish of Australia is prison food, right?
Oh,
it's just... It's like, things though, Australians, as far as I'm aware, love shit like that, to the point where, do you know that Simpsons episode where they go to Australia? That's like one of the most beloved like episodes of the show in Australia, to the point where there was a national petition to like rename their currency dollarydoos after the episode.
I think it says it all right, where just England and Australia will use the C word as a term of endearment, but in America, you apparently go over there and say that, and people will be very offended.
Yeah, well, it's the beauty of the English language, and it's the beauty of like the various intonations you're able to affect while utilising the various words of the English language. That the C word, it's not a word I like saying. I don't self-censor myself much, but my own mother watches these videos, and that's the one word she doesn't like me saying, so I don't like saying it.
Yeah, I don't like saying it on content with you because I know that that's a fact. Yeah,
you know my mum watches these videos, so hi mum. I'm still listening, but you can use that word in multiple different ways. So as you said, be a term of endearment or calling someone a pretty nasty name.
Yes, yeah.
And you know what? Like, Bill Beach was like, the positive version of one of those. He was a right C word. And after Bill Beach won that bottle of brandy from that publican, in that bet, he basically never stopped winning, and his career continued on its upward trajectory until he ended up coming into the attention of a guy called, I have it here, Ned Hanlan. And he beat him for the World Championship in 1884. And Hanlan was a Canadian known for being, to use proper rowing vernacular, a bit of a dick.
Right, okay.
So Hanlan was known for trying to humiliate his opponents, who he saw as being worse than him. He'd do things like row in a zigzag pattern and still win. He would pretend to fall asleep midway through a race. He'd splash them with his oar. He'd raise his arms and celebrate before he got to the finish line, and then just glide over the finish line without rowing. And at one point, he was so confident that he was able to win that after he'd beaten a guy, he walked back to the start of the race and beat him again. So he got
him in rowing.
Yeah, he got his canoe, went back to the start, and rowed again and beat the guy.
Who was the other guy? Like,
do you know what? History doesn't remember because it was that long ago. Because that's the other thing as well. Like when you're talking about stuff from this long ago, if you're a fucking loser, you don't get remembered.
Yeah, like was that a person's first attempt at rowing?
Yeah, and this article probably could have been about Hanlan, because as dickish as that stuff was, it did show that he was very good at rowing. But Bill Beach is the far more like charismatic person in this story, because Bill Beach beat him very handily, and rather than accepting defeat from someone who's clearly better at rowing than he was, Hanlan blamed it on the weather.
The weather that they were both in.
He also blamed, and I quote, the treacherous Australian tides, which were clearly working in Beach's favour. Dude was so Australian, the Australian wilderness was coming together to help him win.
Yeah, the tides were just helping one of them out and not the other.
Like, what they did not see is the fucking wave of koala bears that pushed him over, right? Fucking dude just walked out like wearing like it's the fucking armour made of koala bears and black widow spiders.
Of all things to say was like biased against the other competitors, localized weather is very, very specific.
Beach, to his credit, didn't respond to this. But when Hanlan requested a rematch, he went, okay, I'll rematch you. And he won again. Hanlan, again, blamed it on the weather, saying that he didn't feel very good, and challenged Beach to a third and final competition, which Beach also won. And you might think that'd be the end of it, but Hanlan wasn't quite done, because he waited for Beach to retire, and then he challenged a guy that Beach had trained, his protege, and then his protege beat Hanlan twice as well.
Talk about just not letting it go.
Like, imagine being so fucking petty, you challenge the dude's immediate successor and still lose, and then still ask that guy for another go.
Another rematch. As if losing 4 times wasn't bad enough.
And it reminds me a little bit of like a legendary moment in fighting games where Sonic Fox, like one of the greatest fighting game players of all time, was challenged to a first to 10 and won 13-0. Because after winning like 10 in a row, I think it was 10 in a row, they definitely won 10.
Bullshit. Yeah. I'm on Twitter at NYC Furby. Make sure to follow Sonic Fox at Sonic Fox 5000. You can follow PL.
Like they won handily. the other guy starts making excuses like, well, I wasn't picking my character. And it's like, do you want to run it back?
Before I even like into a super long story, what I did say
Perfect Legend
is I would destroy
please
his Aaron Black.
don't speak anymore. You just got 10-0'd. Any words that you say, they're not going to be good for you, man.
No, wait.
Oh, Big Eric trying to take the microphone. Big Eric trying to take the microphone.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
So do we got a 3-5 with the Aaron Black?
Yeah, wins another 3. And it's like, you lost 13-0 in a first to 10. How are you this shit?
People are chanting 13-0 in the venue. Are you serious? Sonic Fox is asking for the chance. Guys, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
And it's not that they were that shit. It's just that
The
Sonic
other person
Fox
was that much better.
Yeah, Sonic Fox was on another level.
Yeah. And it's not a bad thing to lose to someone who's just like that much better than you are, but you can be a salty arsehole about it, like Ned Hanlan was, right? Like, he got his ass beat twice on the bounce. Like, he could have, like, swallowed his pride. Like, Beach is just that good. I'm okay being number 2. Nah. 3rd time, baby. Dispel all doubt. And when Beach became champion, he got a little fat on the throne. By which I mean, what else did he have to prove? He was the best in the world. So, he didn't really train anymore, but he did make it known that if anybody wanted to challenge him, he would accept any challenge as long as they paid him for his time. Because he was his real job was being a blacksmith, which paid more.
Right, yeah.
And for 3 years straight, he defended his title against any and all comers. And it's reported that he was being challenged upwards of like 3 or 4 times a month.
Just leave the guy alone.
And he endeared himself to the people of Australia by being just a generally stand-up dude. For example, one time there was a guy in a raging river being carried away. Everyone thought he was going to drown. Bill Beach saw this, without a second hesitation, jumped right into the river and dragged the guy to safety. Should be noted that at the time, Bill Beach was wearing a suit. And what occasion would you wear a suit for, Lucas?
A wedding?
Yeah. And it wasn't just any wedding, it was Beach's own wedding. And it made him late. So he sprinted to the wedding in his piss-wet through suit, walked down the aisle, and apologised to his wife and explained why he was late. And presumably, his wife then took him straight to the bedroom and got busy making the 12 kids he eventually had.
12?
12. Dude was busy. Like I said, he didn't have time to go rowing. Didn't have time to climb into that fucking, canoe. He was too busy climbing into his wife.
Oh, dear God.
And when he finally retired undefeated champion of the world, he remained a respected figure in Australian rowing and would occasionally take part in events and exhibition matches. And he would normally win by just rowing a little bit and then flexing the entire way to the finish line. Which, unlike Hanlan, he was allowed to do because he was literally the best person in the world. And at that point, why not flex? Like, literally flex on those haters.
We're talking a long time ago where not many people have the ability to, practice rowing and stuff like that, but sounds like he didn't either. He just got a fucking bathtub and threw in a river.
He was just really buff.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of, figures from sporting history like this, and again, they're from so long ago where it goes into the realm of legend. And I think of Milo of Croton, we talked about in a video many, many years ago at this point. But Milo of Croton, quite a legend, was 7 to 8 feet tall and wasn't really that good at wrestling. He was just so fucking ginormous, no one could beat him. And he won just by picking people up and just powerbombing them. And it's like, well, he's going to win every match because no one else can do that. An example of that from close to the modern day is Alexander Karelin. And he was virtually undefeated his entire wrestling career in the Olympics. And he competed as a super heavyweight. And his signature move was the Karelin lift, which was a underhook slam, I believe. Which is basically picked up the guy and threw him on the ground. And it was noted as being the single most effective move in all of that weight class. Because he was literally the only person strong enough to do it.
He crushed the opposition exclusively inside the distance in 2 consecutive world championships. And every heavyweight experienced weightlessness courtesy of the reverse body lift.
And his nickname in wrestling was The Experiment.
Oh.
Yeah, because they just assumed that his ungodly strength was the result of some secret Soviet era experiment to create the perfect wrestler. And I think the only point in his entire career that he lost is because there was a rule change before a competition that he didn't know about. He lost 1 point and then retired instantly.
Reminds me of early UFC days, right, where they didn't have weight classes.
Oh yeah, it was fucking brutal, right? It's like, let's let this like £100 karate man fight Butterbean. Like, what chance have you got?
I'm sorry, it's when you're fighting a guy bare knuckle boxing that's 3 times your size.
I don't care how good you are at fighting, all the dude's got to do is fall over.
Yeah.
A quote from like, a wrestler, I don't know which wrestler it was, but it's like they say like, you can't teach being 7 foot tall. And you can't.
No.
It's like, you can be as good at fighting as you want, but you can't teach being 7 foot tall. It's like Andre the Giant. There's like an infamous like bout he took part in where he got really drunk and just said, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. Like, he was supposed to lose, but he didn't like the guy he was supposed to lose to. So he got really drunk and just walked into the ring and just pushed him around for like 10 minutes. And you can see the guy legit trying to like kick him. Like, he kicks him as hard as he can, like the legs and stuff. And Andre just laughs. It's like, I'm 8 feet tall, weigh 500 pounds. The fuck are you going to do? And he just pushes him over. There's nothing the guy can do because he's Andre the Giant.
Oh, God. So you can't teach being 7 foot tall, but you can just be Mark Henry and be like the world's strongest man.
I love that as his gimmick, because it's world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Well, he did win competitions and shit, yeah.
And he wasn't the best fighter, but I remember when Brock Lesnar went over to UFC for a little bit, and a lot of fighters in the UFC were like making fun of him. It was like, well, he comes from that fucking like theatre game show for kids, right? The fuck does he know about fighting? And they asked Brock Lesnar, like, well, what are you changing about your training routine from wrestling to UFC? He's like, well, in wrestling, I need to lift a 300-pound guy up like 10 times a night. Here, I need to do it once. He just picked up a guy, threw him on the ground, and punched him until he knocked him out. And it's like, it was like a fucking gorilla got loose in the ring. The dude had no fucking chance. It's like, I don't care how good you are at fighting, what do you do when just that amount of meat comes at you and just starts swinging? The answer is you fucking go down.
You don't challenge a man that wide.
You don't. He was like a fucking car door. It's like the film like Warrior with Tom Hardy, where in that film he can fight. But like Tom Hardy, he's bigger than he was when he was playing Bane in that movie. Like, his traps have traps. Like, he looks like he's got 3 fucking heads. And there's like one of the fights in it where like some dude is taunting him. And spoilers for Warrior, like they reveal like halfway through the film. It's like, oh yeah, like what's Tom Hardy's character's backstory? It's like, oh, he was a soldier and he tore the door off a tank or an APC to get some soldiers out or inside. And then went AWOL or something like that. And some dude is taunting him in a fight of like, oh, you're not that good. It's like, he tore the door off an APC. And the fight is like 8 seconds long. It's just Tom Hardy just tackles the guy to the ground and punches him until he dies.
Let's go!
Reminds me of just when he played Charles Bronson, right?
Yes.
And just, yeah. I give you a lot of credit to like Christian Bale for getting big, but Tom Hardy he went bigger.
He did, and people don't know like Charles Bronson, like not that Charles Bronson. Like he's a British prisoner, widely considered the most dangerous prisoner in the UK, and also potentially the strongest man on earth. At least when he was at his physical prime. He's a lot older now, but when he was like known for being the most violent prisoner in the UK, there was a lot of like talk about, is he potentially the strongest man in the world? Because dude has done some shit, and a lot of it has been recorded because he's doing it when he's under 24-hour surveillance. For example, he once got annoyed at his like a lawyer or something like that, and he punched through bulletproof glass.
Jesus.
And if you're wondering like how did he get so strong, at his peak, all he did in his cell was work out. All he did. And apparently Tom Hardy, when he found out he was going to play him, all Tom Hardy did is he just every day did 500 press-ups. Every day. For 3 months, and went to see Charles Bronson. He went, good start. And Charles Bronson does have like an exercise book, which I've read, which is fascinating. Because he has exercises in there for like when you're in a scenario where you don't have any weights. So there's a lot of like really weird and specific like body weight exercises to exercise like parts of the body you can't normally get with like, you know, press ups, sit ups, squats, that sort of thing. And one of the exercises that I remember like thinking like, that does make sense, is where he talks about, yeah, I've even got a dick exercise. And say, what? What's your dick exercise? Like, well, fellas out there, tie a towel around your waist, go to town. It is a muscle.
It is a
and
muscle.
Charles Bronson talks about, I'm 40 years old at the time writing this, but I can lift 3 towels at once. I can hang 3 towels at, prison towels on the end of my knob.
Keep this one size now, Karl.
I'll try. You imagine just having, fucking 6-pack on your dick, though, man. It's so crazy, right? Your dick little 6-pack.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't be saying that.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's Bill Beach. Cheers for watching, everybody. See you all later.
G'day.
G'day.